Margaret Thatcher and Chandraswami, Part 3. My body language too had altered. Last question. Correct again. I heaved a sigh of relief. Mrs. Thatcher was now perched on the edge of the sofa. Chandraswami was like a triumphant guru. He took off his chappals and sat on the sofa in the lotus pose. I was appalled. Mrs. Thatcher seemed to approve. She asked supplementary questions. In each case, Chandraswami's response almost overwhelmed the future Prime Minister. She was on the verge of another question when Chandraswami regally announced that the sun had set. No more questions. I said to Mrs. Thatcher that I was only translating word for word. I was in no way responsible for what he said. Thatcher was not put out. She inquired if she could meet him again. I was entirely unprepared for this. Very coolly, almost condescendingly, he said, on Tuesday at 2:30 p.m. at the house of Shri Natwar Singh. I told him that he was overreaching himself by dictating to Mrs. Thatcher the day and time without taking into account her convenience. This was not India. He was unmoved. कुंवर साहब अनुवाद कर दीजिए और फिर देखिए. कुंवर साहब, please translate and then see. I was astounded when she asked me, Deputy High Commissioner, where do you live? This was not all. What followed was something out of a weird novel. Just as we were about to leave, Mr. Holy Man produced a talisman tied to a not so tidy piece of string. He then pronounced that Thatcher should tie it on her left arm when she came to my house on Tuesday. I was now on the verge of losing my temper, something which no diplomat should ever do. I said, I will not translate this rubbish. Mrs. Thatcher intervened to know what the holy man was saying. Mrs. Thatcher, please forgive me, but Chandraswami would like you to wear this talisman on your left arm. She took the talisman. We were saying our goodbyes when Chandraswami produced his sartorial bomb. Turning to me, he said, Kumar Sahib, kindly tell Mrs. Thatcher that on Tuesday she should wear a red dress. I felt like hitting him. He was overdoing his act. I firmly told him that it was the height of bad manners to tell a lady what she should or should not wear. Thatcher looked a bit apprehensive at this not so mild altercation between a distraught Deputy High Commissioner and a somewhat ill-mannered holy man. Very reluctantly, I said to her that the holy man would be obliged if she wore a red dress on Tuesday. I was looking down at the floor when I said this. When we got into my car, I told Chandraswami what I thought of his boorish behavior. He was not one bit perturbed. He was certain she would wear the talisman and the red dress. I also told him that she was being polite and that she should not come to my house on Tuesday. I was wrong. On Tuesday at 2:30 p.m. sharp, Margaret Thatcher, leader of the Conservative Party, arrived at the Sun House, 9 Frognall Way, Hampstead. It was a beautiful day. She was wearing a splendid red dress. The talisman, too, was in its proper place. She asked many questions, but the most important related to the chances of her becoming Prime Minister of England. My wife was also present. Chandraswami did not disappoint Thatcher. He prophesied that she would be Prime Minister for 9, 11, or 13 years. Thatcher, no doubt, believed that she would be Prime Minister one day. But 9, 11, or 13 years seemed a bit too much. I and my wife thought the same too. Thatcher put one final question. When would she become the Prime Minister? Chandraswami pronounced, in 3 or 4 years. He was proved right. Mrs. Margaret Thatcher was Prime Minister of England for 11 years. Thank you very much. Now, some of the words and their meanings. Chandraswami took off his chappals and sat on the sofa in the lotus pose. I was appalled. Appalled means greatly horrified. She was on the verge of another question when Chandraswami regally announced that the sun had set. Regally means in a way that is very special and suitable for a king or queen. I was entirely unprepared for this. Very coolly, almost condescendingly, he said, on Tuesday at 2:30 p.m. Condescendingly means in a way that shows that you think you are more important or more intelligent than others. I was astounded when she asked me, Deputy High Commissioner, where do you live? Astounded means shock or greatly surprised. We were saying our goodbyes when Chandraswami produced his sartorial bomb. Sartorial means related to dress. When we got into my car, I told Chandraswami what I thought of his boorish behavior. Boorish means rough and bad manners. He was not one bit perturbed. Perturbed means make someone anxious or unsettled. Thank you very much.